Shadows, welcome back. Hey, Steph and Eben and Grid, I guess, and Static and Omega. Grid, I just had a thought. Grid, can you either, if you get bored, can you either 3D print me or buy one for Christmas? I need a phone stand for my desk so that my phone has a place to go, you know? Like, so that there's a place that I can put it. I need that. Not the Spyro one. Thank you for your thought, but not the Spyro one. Could you 3D print me? Physically. Could you 3D print a shell to hold all of my crushing anxiety? Could you do that for me? It's just like, I have the phone on the desk, but it's just, I keep picking it up to put it away, but there's no away. It's the Olive Spyro. He's just sitting up on his haunches, like holding this, like going like this. So you can put your phone in his handsies. Feetses? I don't know. I see what you're trying to imply, and I refuse to play that game. I do have to apologize, mostly to Dev, but a little bit to everybody else. There will actually be no Elden Ring this week at all. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow we open, and then I just remembered that Thursday I am going up to a richer town than the one I live in to sing Christmas carols at people against their will. So, I'm sorry. Wow, look at all those zeros! We've been playing for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and we are at 0% across the board. That's hilarious. Amazing. We've done nothing. We have made no progress. We have accomplished jack shit. Well, I like Christmas caroling, and I'm excited to go. I also I spend so many nights streaming that anytime I get to be outside and it's dark out and I'm like not at home, I always get so excited. I'm like, I'm playing hooky, yay! So that's fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Powers. That sucks. I love the Monday right before we open most of the time, and then the day we open because I do really nothing. I have to be on hand. It's possible that I could be asked to do things because my job is kind of like the final catch-all. If something fucks up so bad that nobody else has time to do anything about it, then it's all me. But very rarely does that level of fuck-uppery happen, so today we went grocery shopping for, you know, opening night, but like we went grocery shopping, so I was expected to accomplish very few things, and I accomplished all of them. I think there should be secrets up here. I'm kind of confused why I haven't found a secret yet. I mean, I feel like maybe the toilet was as secret as we're gonna get here. Is there fall damage? Not yet. I think there was one place we hadn't been. I think it's this orb. I think the robots just like exercise? Probably not. That would be crazy. That just feels like a coloration I have never seen in a cat. I'm pretty sure, like, genetically, you can't get the dark face. I forgot what the dark face and the dark ear tips are called in the Siamese. That colorway has a title, genetically. With what looks like an orange classic tabby. I'm pretty sure those don't happen. Hey, Beanie! It is the future, but I don't believe that cat genetics, you know? Forgot how to run. Ah, there it is.
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
I don't have anything to add yet.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this.
Why does everybody want my opinion? I am baby!
Fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus?
I am baby. Anything that we can know for sure? Well, we know what it told us, so it directed us to an island.
That's undeniably true, and what does that tell us? That was my conclusion as well. The apparition also appeared to
So
be
smart.
human. What can we assume from that?
What? I forgot what the question was. I think we can probably understand its meaning. Yeah, it's very different. There's a lot of dialogue. I'm sad because what I was craving when I wanted to play this was that sense of like loneliness that the first game had, and we are definitely not lonely. I wish we were lonelier.
I tend to agree. I'm also sure that we'll acknowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude.
The cause of the phenomenon is more technologically advanced than we are.
Precisely. And that's something we can change.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
Because you're robots.
I considered some kind of bug in our code, but if so, it would have to be shared by all of us.
So, we're speculating again.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
Lord. It was a set of physics puzzles, but there were bits of lore should you choose to engage with them. There were messages, there were computer terminals. It was just a robot that looked like this, which you only knew if you put it into 3/4 as opposed to first person. And then I wasn't even sure if it was supposed to be, if that was like, I wasn't sure that we were supposed to be a robot until pretty long into the game. I was just like, yeah, this is a character model that, does it have a bearing on, I don't know. Didn't have any, you know. I forgot what the question was again. I don't think one of us is behind this. Beyond that, I don't fucking know.
Can I quote you on that?
Sure, but it's just a theory.
Theories are all we can reasonably have right now, though I'm sure that won't come between Cryer and a sensational headline. Well, thanks all for hashing this out with me. Let's hope the mayor signs off on exploring this island. I only wish I could join the expedition.
Why can't you?
If Melville's going, someone has to stay behind to keep the lights on. I'm not letting Pellegrino near the dam. I hope the next time we speak, we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Okay. I guess I'm glad I can't just talk to everybody. Also, where is everyone else? There's only 1,000 of us. I thought we were supposed to, like, stay in here. Like, I thought the whole point of this city was that we had to stay here. It's fine. I think we can go kind of complete an objective. Oh, good. Okay. Then that makes a little bit more sense.
Ah,
Are you fucking... You're a man-spreading robot. Oh, so there's other... I see. It's around this central tower then. Pedal faster, my bitches. Turn the fountain on.
Hello again, 1K. Would you like to sign our petition?
I don't remember. I don't understand enough about what you're asking. Although every other person that I told what to do gave me an achievement, and I kind of want the achievement, so... Oh, okay, I see. Is that supposed to be the dam? Like, I was definitely back there, but I didn't see anybody to, like, talk to. Oh, okay, so it's probably out in the river somewhere. What city is this supposed to be?
Ready to go.
Hey, Pugs. I don't think Albany's
Here we
quite that
go.
close to
Hold on to your
any
hats.
mountains, but
We
sure.
really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
I don't remember. Grid, what did you say?
You have chosen a
He was trying to capture too many frames.
a path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child,
Wakey wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
we hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody mega structure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Okay, I want everyone to get lost or stuck or deactivated in whatever way I imagine they're going to, so that I don't have to be with them anymore. So I can solve puzzles on my own. Whatever is going to happen eventually, presumably, I would love it to just happen sooner. You know, it is really interesting. I play so many video games, and there's always this, or so often there are these moments of, oh my gosh, this structure is so huge. And first of all, of course, you stop talking to me.
Check out these coordinates.
They're playing the video game wrong. This is why I don't play with other people. There's always these moments of, oh my gosh, this structure is so huge. But obviously it's in a game on your screen and you don't really have that actual sense of, oh my god, this is huge. Because it's just a picture. But where was I going with this? Anyway, this is effectively giving me a little bit of that oh my god, that's really cool, which I have not gotten from a video game in a hot second. This just gave my brain like, there should be gems here if this were Spyro. Bitches do love triangles. Hey lady, I know you didn't say bitches, but I'm saying bitches. The bitches were in your heart all along. Probably stop so stridently trying to find secrets in the woods. Hey, Sarah! The humans are dead, just so you know. Well, actually, I think that this is a pyramid. Because there are many planes. Do I have a flashlight? I do have a flashlight! Actually, their lungs. Binary solo. Okay, so we've got the fucking cyber tunnel in here. Elon Musk ended the world, which we all knew was gonna happen. We were all ready for that, but now's confirmation. Oh, Hyperloop. Yeah, that's what it's called. Did it just get darker? Is it gonna get nighttime? Probably not. I need to be ultimately protected in my concrete tube, in my bulletproof fucking truck. Me too, Beanie. I am also ready for some puzzles. And I don't want any of these other friggin' robots talking to me while I try to do them. I also feel like I'm unprepared to be in the wilderness. I'm like, I did not put my shoes on. Allie, you're a robot. You don't wear shoes. I'm like, where's my little backpack? You don't need one. Oh god, I just got such a visceral memory of The Witness. I'm like, oh, is that a circle and a line? No. You need to slow down.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
I did turn motion blur off last time, so it should remain off. Yeah, so must. Well, this looks like pictograms of the kind like that we put on the golden record that we blew out into space. Because these are definitely robots. Looking at computer terminals with cats. And that's like text. I should be able to read that. That's the text that they used in all the other areas. And we built the fucking city and the generators. I don't know what the towers are. Right, Dav? That's kind of what I thought it was in the first game when we discovered that our model was a robot. I was like, is this just a placeholder? Because we can't be a robot. Are we a robot? Oh my god, I want to go swimming so bad. I am sorry, I do have to exhaustively explore these. Yes! Give me an achievement for this. Oh. like we didn't get electric guitar in the last one.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Where's my flashlight? You are so good at going downstairs, my dude. Oh, it really sucks that the camera keeps dragging on the ceiling.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
On the Universe. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. Oh boy, that's a name. Amenitas? I'm sorry. Amintas, I don't know. I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, as you have many times said. Nicomachus? Too many perhaps. Stratton, repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. But what does that tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? That's the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes. The use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heraklion manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Huh. Wait, what is this called? Noma Project? Version 1 successfully deployed. Huh. Maybe this is where, what's-her-face came out, you know, what was it, Athena? Came out last time? Amintus? Or Amintus? Oops. Schematic. Oh, we got schematic. Great. What is the most obnoxious...
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've
like
got here.
wireless data
The
transfer
format is the same one we're
protocol.
using in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Sorry, I was thinking Apple AirDrop. Thinking we're just... I don't think this is how lasers work. Now, to be fair, I'm not a laser scientist. Okay, so there's still a Jenny in here, and... or a fucking whatever you are. Some kind of engine in here. But there's... relatively recent-looking fuel canisters. Things are still running. That looks like fuel. New interface content. New content? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no, what does that say? Is that lorem ipsum, but in Greek? Just testing the system to see if it works properly at this time so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public log. The island designated TTP-2 was first noted during the return journey from a scouting expedition which was diverted from its intended path due to an unexpected weather front. Long-range scans indicated the presence of large artificial structures and also returned highly unusual energy readings. The matter was not investigated further. In ancient times, the northern part of the island was home to several large settlements, but rising sea levels have obliterated these and flooded the northern lowlands. The south, in stark contrast, seems to be a harsh and lifeless desert. Our intended base camp is near the origin of the energy readings in the temperate center of the island. Huh. Okay. Of Whittington's cat and another cat that visited strange countries. As no work about the cats could be complete without the story of Dick Whittington. Oh, okay. These are the standard operating procedures for expeditions, just uploading them to remind Byron, who will probably ignore them anyway. Attaching a picture from an ancient book to get his attention. 1. Maintain the ideals of the founder and the goal. 2. Prioritize the well-being of the expedition members over mission completion. 3. One expedition member to stay by the vehicle at all times. 4. Expedition leaders should refrain from participating in high-risk activities. 5. Minimize vehicle use to conserve fuel. 6. Prioritize observation over interference. 7. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem at once. Oh, sorry, Dev. I don't know anything about the fancy letters. It's okay. I get it. I gotcha. Alright, weird building. Wasn't entirely sure what to call this. It looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I do that. It doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help but think that the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting better of me. Okay, I know you all have been looking forward to playing the winners of the biannual Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction exhibit, now in its 312th edition, at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Unfortunately, due to our new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. Well, this is disappointing. Would have been great to have them ready for completion day. We all have to make sacrifices to stay true to the Founder's vision. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of the monotony. Why prioritize this pointless completion day celebration over an exhibition that people actually care about? Art is one of the last things we actually still do. And is that going out the window as well now? Debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, and you will be able to express yourselves in the next election, but this thread was just meant as an announcement. I apologize for enabling replies to begin with. That's funny. Ow. I like and hate that it lets you see everything. I keep getting confused by the things. we've already read.
That sort of looks like a temple.
It's cool as fuck. I saw this up here and brain registered it as a like an Elden Ring message. I was like, that's a weird color for one of those. I wonder what happens if I jump. I had to. I had to. I wanted to know how they were going to handle it. I don't remember what the... I thought it was Wojciech. Ah, void jumper.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Wow, it just warped me to the other side of this. Okay. I think you guys should send me just by myself. Oh, okay, you're gonna. Alright. Fair enough.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Damn it, Nintendo.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Deuces, loser.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
Let me move. Did my controller turn on? Fine. Excuse me, but I think I should be allowed to jump down there. have to stop trying to break things. No, well, it didn't... I don't think the environments were this big, most of them. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just do one thing in the order that the game wants me to do it in. Okay, A, there is no way that water at this angle is going this slow. And B, there's no way that water at this angle going at the speed that water going at this angle would be going would let me stand up in it on a slick concrete surface. Sorry, I have to stop critiquing the water physics. I want a frog! Alec gets lost frog hunting. I can understand the robot. The robot is within the realm of comprehensibility. Water physics have not changed. They haven't made the statement that water physics are different on this planet. Hey, Emerlin. I guess it's fair. I don't know the friction of robot feet. RGB! Oh, this is...
Is that a puzzle?
Yes.
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out.
Okay, so you...
Go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
So you gave me...
That device was not in the simulation.
Okay, so they gave me the answers on this. They gave me the answer in the laser room. I hate this so much, because this isn't how colors work. Additive nor subtractive. Like, this is gonna make my brain so upset.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
It's headed for the lake.
You don't mix red light and green light and get a red light and blue light and end up with green. That's not how light works.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
I was so upset thinking about like light mixing that I just completely missed whatever happened to it. Whatever occurred, I missed it. I don't want to argue with you, Static. I think we're talking about two different things. The fire has already been freed. Seek the light elsewhere. Fine. That what I pushed the wrong button because. Well, now I can see what happens then. Fuck, it's not gonna happen again. Okay. Oh, this is just to reset it if I need to reset it. Okay, well that's nice. Well, so I'm approaching this from like mixing color for theatrical purposes. And if you take a blue light and a red light, the stage is gonna look purple. And it's gonna do some weird shit with shadows, depending on what's blue and what's what's red and where it is and what's going on, but like I'm not talking about refraction of any kind, or whatever presumably is going on in here. Which I also don't think they are trying to make a statement on necessarily. I think they're just trying to be, this is a mechanic for puzzle solving. Oh, the particles flew toward the lake, thank you. Can I do that? No, it will not do it. Oh, but I can do this. Okay. No, I can't. Interesting. This isn't gonna let me just... No. Nope, okay. Alright, so then I need... Oh, no, that was right. Didn't realize that was still attached.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this, a theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
This looks like the big orb door in Spyro.
1K, what's up?
Tell me about yourself.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team.
I'm just a guy.
Well, senior member.
Just a bro.
Lead scavenger, I guess.
I guess.
There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles. I think that's it.
Oh my god. Why did you become a scavenger?
I've always loved exploration. Seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not the same as just reading about it.
I agree.
Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we
Multitudes,
limit
perhaps?
ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
Tell me about Bruce.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath, loves sticking his head into things, chews cables, pees on electrical stuff. Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment.
Amazing. That's amazing. Hang on, I have to get my water. One sec. I do feel bad about it because, like, I recognize that all of my current success is all thanks to Gibbs sitting on the back of my chair, but I love having a door that I can shut and the cats stay on the other side of it. That rocks. Why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long. Plus, they're kind of pretty.
What's the farthest you've ever been from New Jerusalem?
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Superconductors? Have you ever seen anything like this?
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
I don't want to ask him if he wants to solve some of the puzzles because I want them all for myself, so he can just suffer. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I have never really been anywhere real. I have been not very far from where I was born. I have not experienced any great wonders, and it's not that I don't want to. It's just that I feel like the texture of the world, which is to say the people, make up the interesting things to me. Less the places and more the, I don't know. Doesn't inspire in me any sort of wanderlust or yearning, which is probably nice. Living with yearning is kind of hard. Ah, my thumb is a feeling. I just got up. I'm not getting up to wash my hands. I'm so strong. Castling? What's that mean? Oh yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? I really like how this shows you the color that it is, you know? Oh, right. How can I arrange you? Can't put you up anywhere. Oh, my dumbass.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Not sure what to call this. Bridge ring? Bridge machine? Anyway, it's a device that takes particle clouds released by the puzzles and turns them into bridges made out of tetraminos. Correctly assembling a bridge out of 8 particle clouds is required to reach the tower, so clearly another layer of puzzles. The simulation had tetramino puzzles too, although in a different form. Could their presence here be symbolic? I don't have a clue. It seems that each of the structures on the island, with the exception of the megastructure itself, is surrounded by a cluster of puzzles representing those found in the simulation and in our booting sequence. Completing a puzzle releases a particle cloud, which then autonomously flies into the device that assembles the tetraminos. The puzzling even comes with tiles, hijacking the vestigial code designed to display puzzle names in the simulation. It's unclear whether this represents a potential security issue, but the matter should be given consideration. Hey, I'm curious, has anyone actually met 1K? By the Founder's Pistons, I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep the city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Hey, remember when you fixed the door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trap one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we just kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this, and we wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be, and whenever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's really interested in history, which is an excellent start. Some of you could learn a thing or two from his attitude. I don't know who I want to be, still deciding. That's perfectly fine, 1K. We all take some time to find our place. I didn't mean to put you under pressure, I'm just curious. But do consider engineering. Dude. What? I hate this. It's like people texting you while you're out.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Trouble with the trolley, eh? That seems like a secret. I need it. I'm like dying for a secret. Oh. Feels so good, man. Feels good. Just need that hit. It's the first secret I found. I like how they make noise. Oh, I can't wait to spend 100 years on this game. I really love the environments. I just want to walk through them all slowly. As you all are like, Alla! The puzzles, though! And every time I go somewhere obnoxious that there shouldn't be something in and there's a secret in it, I'm gonna feel so vindicated. And smug. And shitty. Hypatia's Journal number 1. From Hypatia's Journals Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandra and Drennan's instructions, but while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, but then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sorts of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Baby steps. From the introduction to Are We There Yet?, Where We Came From, Where We're Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or 1,000 years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point, that this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly, admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads. And they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. No. Stop it. That's bad. Bad game. A spray bottle. Just because it's all the pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never gonna change. From Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elwyn. I think that all the time, I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexandra Drennan. But walking through these ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the Founders spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Kids are sticky, and it's just, why was I in your fucking perineum there? Jesus Christ. I love these brutalist structures. I have never considered reading audiobooks. That one I have not considered. Alternative option. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I have to wash my hands. I'm gonna die. So I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break before we solve this one. I'll be right back. Okay, much better. So I can't do that. Through the glass? Really? Guess I was overthinking it. Ah, I keep trying to interact with that with the trigger as well, and I can't.
Nice.
I wonder when... Oh, we'll talk to Byron first.
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
Boring. Feels like a museum.
That's what happens when all you can think about is the past. We had such ambitions in the beginning, but now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb. Of course, ask away.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important, terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
What are the role of puzzles in our culture?
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them, perhaps a test.
What do you think about the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
You and Alcatraz seem to have an odd friendship.
Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
"1K, we met in Jerusalem, if you remember. I spoke to my friends. This whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. They have some questions for you before I make my introductions. I do not consent to your gathering and sharing my personal data. Look, my friends just want some assurance that you're the right kind of person. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to play along. You can back out at any time, but if you don't engage with the process, then, well, you won't get to engage with the process. At all. It's up to you. I do prefer to play games the way I feel in my heart. And the way I feel in my heart is go to hell, is how I feel about this. But I am very interested in what... I also don't remember who Doge was. Or what he was talking to us about. Oh, 666. Right. I forgot what they were talking about, though. Oh, no, I said yes to them in the building, because they were in front of me. What if by consenting I miss out on something else? I'll give you some advice, newbie. When your choices matter in this world, you'll know about it. It's somehow built in. When you face a dilemma and both options look good, then for sure you'll miss out on something, but trust your gut and you can't go wrong. This right now is not one of those dilemmas. You should come along for this ride. That's my advice. Fine. Good choice. There's 6 questions, standard vetting procedure. We'll get the best results if you answer in whatever way is the most true to you. Question 1. Which is more important for making good decisions, compassion or knowledge? I don't reject the terms of the question. I reject the simplicity of the question. And the fact that we're not defining what good means. What does good mean? I guess that is the terms of the question. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? I wish I hadn't gotten involved in this. I see. My friends will be most interested in this particular answer. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? I don't think anyone deserves to suffer unnecessarily. Whew, that one's controversial. Glad it's not me that has to answer these. Question 4. Now it gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know? You mean like consciousness? I think it's reducible to universal basic laws. Whether or not those basic laws are ever something we will or could comprehend is a separate question. I'm glad you understood that question, because it's all Greek to me. Question 5. Can things really change for the better, for good? Or do good times and bad just come around in cycles? I think it's a false dilemma. I know it's difficult to translate our infinite reality into binary language. Nonetheless, I suggest if you have any natural inclination toward either idea, you answer that way, even if it's not strictly correct. But if you insist, I'll communicate your apathy to my companions. Which is more important to the success of civilization, to respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules for our future? Oh, hold on. I've got a last-minute addition. Ugh, it's a weird one. I know who this one came from. Or I know who this one came from. All right, question 7. Can praying for something make it more likely to come true? Forward your answers to my friends and let you know if any of them is interested in taking things further. There's an ambition expressed by this building, a sense of purpose that I find really remarkable. Who? Oh, Byron. I'm like, who is saying this? We should explore this building as soon as possible. My dating profile. Oh my god, I should have Grid rate me a gag dating profile. That would be so funny. Oh my god, I want to do that now. Have Grid make me a Tinder profile, see if he can pull any ass as me. That would be hilarious. Grid, I want this for Christmas instead.
Hey 1K, what's up? Oh no, please, no puzzles. I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
Wow, that's really funny. So sad. Okay, here's the deal. I don't want any help with puzzles. However, if you see a Prometheus spark that I have not seen, like, give me a second to see it. But if I walk past one that you don't think I've seen, tell me about it.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles.
I am like that.
To me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
Well, see, if we're answering in a non-binary fashion, my perspective is that concentrated thinking, be that meditation or prayer or ritual or whatever, has an impact in that if you solidify your intentions into real words and express them, you are more likely to live your life toward that goal. You are more likely to make decisions based on what will bring you closer to that goal if it is closer in your mind. So yes, sure. Do I think it can have an impact? Yes. Do I think prayer magically does something? No. But that's the problem with the questions, and as stated when he was asking them to us, they are binary answers. God, there's so many woods. Why are there so many woods? I'm gonna miss some stuff. I'm like so stressed out to miss things already. It is so pretty. It is beautiful. I could just wander around here forever. With what time? I was talking to our latest designer for the last show, and he was asking me because he knows I stream because either I or Grid told him about it, and he plays video games. So we were talking about video games and about streaming, and he's like, "How often do you stream?" And I'm like, "No, 5 days a week." And he's just like, "How? That's so much time." And I'm like, "I know." So all of my free time is already spent playing video games. Terrible joke, Pugs. So old. The life of Trevor. Trevor Percival Donovan, known to his friends simply as Trev, never as Percy, was part of the extended lifespan project that formed the backbone of the simulation and the archive. He helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexandra Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. But unlike Alexander Drennan or Arkady Chernyshevsky, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive, and I've been thinking about them a lot. Wait, who wrote this? Oh, it just has a number. Wait, 5358? That seems like a too high number.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexander Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island.
Yeah.
Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, yes!
Oh.
Frank! I'm recording right now!
Oh my god. I thought it shut off on us.
No. You know what? Why don't you go...
That's amazing. That's fantastic. I thought it fucked up on us. Love this. I love this architecture so much. That's not gonna work. Oh. Yeah, I do have to say, I thought especially the first one was more impactful in first person because...
I have good news and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
What was the problem?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was sabotage. The whole system is a mess.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Can I see? No. Ah, that's what I wanted to look at. Okay. Lost puzzles, gold puzzles, lost labs? Wait, 0 out of 2 stars? I thought I got one. Or maybe the stars are different.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules
Wait.
for
We already heard this.
you out there, I guess?
By Yakut. Looks like there's an additional set of puzzles protected by golden gates that can't be accessed yet. Assuming there's some kind of logical pattern to all this, those gates will probably open up once the correct conditions are met. Does that mean solving all the other puzzles? Or maybe something else? Hard to know at this point, so perhaps something we should prioritize much later. There's no achievement for the sparks? Oh my god. This is the worst news I've ever heard. Wait, what are the sparks? Are they like hints? Oh, wow. Yeah, there should definitely be an achievement for not using one of those. But also, that's pretty great. Man, I would have used those in the first one. Anyway, I definitely thought it was super impactful to be in first person in the first game when you weren't sure what was going on, so as to be less sure about what you were. Oh, that's cool. No, I definitely think an autocomplete or a hint system is very, very valuable. Complicated than necessary. Hey, Dab. Oh, this sucks. Well, in the first game, we were the first person, because presumably we were Athena. Right? So we wouldn't be the first person. What's 1,000-person view in this game? Oh, I'm backwards. Oxy, thank you so much for 54 months. I really appreciate it. Damn. Alternatives. Oh. Interesting. No, I don't want that.
Looks like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
So each puzzle has a backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
I don't wanna. I just wanted to restart it. Oh, Prometheus terminal. I'm sorry, I thought it was a reset. Hold down the arrow to reset. Ah. I see. Alright, so this is telling me that there's something about the mechanics of this that I'm not seeing. Which is good that we're getting a little bit backed up here. So that, okay, so what if we went point, point, point. Shoot, so I can't delete a connection. I have to delete all of the connections. Alright, well that's valuable. Yeah, I can't. I was trying to deselect without interrupting the flow, which is not possible, and that's okay. way too early for me to be having this much trouble. Oh, that's right. Oh, that was an accident. Yay! Yeah, and then I couldn't, like, think my way out of it. That is definitely a failing of mine. I can't... I have a harder time fixing, you know, if I don't get there immediately. I have a harder time getting there from a different starting point. Shit, where am I going? Self-sufficiency, eh? Got an itch on my arm that I just can't get through my shirt. I swear in the first one you could have just, like, reached this. Rude. You do way more with these things, one of these things, than I keep expecting you can. I want to find out how far you can push it, but...
Melville, what did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly, you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
Interesting. City news. The long-awaited birth of our 1,000th and final citizen was interrupted today by an unknown projection in the skies. The projection, which identified itself as Prometheus, goaded New Jerusalem inhabitants in indecipherable incantations. In an interview with 1K, he suggested that the projection could be the work of someone outside New Jerusalem. This assessment appears to be correct, as the source of the projection was tracked to a remote, mysterious island. A team led by Byron is now en route to find out more. Major Hermanubis has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as its citizens do not forget the ideals of the goals set forth by the founder. Whoops. Damn it, Crunk! Who needs a family when you have strangers on the internet playing video games that make everybody feel stupid? I got extremely excited when I found my first spark, because it felt like I have been looking for secrets for the 4 hours that we've played the game. Oh, and when I turned on the game and we had 3.5 hours playtime and all of our percentages were at 0, that felt real bad. That felt so bad. Dav is hack. That's perfect. Interconnectivity.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving.
Big idea.
What?
Keep the door closed.
Oh, well, I just got so sick of, bothering me, and I didn't want to feed him yet. And this is all I wanted out of a house, was a door, was a room that had a door that I could shut the cats out of. And I know that I have...
Cats make half your money.
I was just saying, I know I only have what I have now, thanks to Gibbs, but... Fuck. That, I don't think that'll reach. Where did I just put? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where the fuck did it go? I'm trying so hard to prevent that, Crunk. I'm not doing very good. Ooh!
Kitties are still cool.
Thank you so much, Steph. I appreciate it. I didn't mean that. I'm not trying to squeeze you out of your bits by teasing you with cats. Who am I kidding? I am doing that. That is what I'm doing. Oh, Grid, did you hear my request? My printing request? Oh.
I'm thinking it printed or print.
You print me in chunks, obviously.
Ooh.
No. Bad man.
Let me get a knife. I gotta scan chunks.
Please don't knife me? Well, I'm pretty sure I could have done this in way fewer steps, but here we are. Okay, so I need blue. Well, first I need green. Wish there was a... I mean, I like that everything keeps its connections when you pick it up and put it down. That's nice, but I wish... I don't know. I don't know what I wish. Go around the long way, do we? Hey. You got something to say, Grid?
Nope.
You've already solved the problem in your head.
No. Sure, obviously I get the blue the colors change.
Well, yeah, thank you. We've already argued about that. But the color change is red plus green equals blue. Green plus blue equals red. Blue plus red equals green. Yeah, I know! I hate it too! That's not how light works!
Not even a little.
Thank you! I'm all confused now.
I can somewhat understand the idea that if additive convert to missing.
Well, the argument that has occurred is that these are they're titled RGB converters. So they're converting the R and the G to B, or...
Right, like I said, I can understand the, hey, if you send 2 of the 3 colors into something, you generate the 3rd color. And I understand that you can't do a video game without using colors we can see. This is not even remotely how RGB works. Well, yes.
Thank you, because I was trying to articulate this while I was trying to solve a much simpler puzzle, and I was ineffectively doing both.
Yes, I get that it's an abstract representation, but
it could make more sense with reality.
They could have done it with pulses instead of colors. And it wouldn't have hurt people's brains who are familiar with color theory, which happens to be both of us.
I want this puzzle to be started over. I just want this. I want all the parts to go away. I know, but I didn't. I know, but I didn't see the last step, so it doesn't matter. Like, a lot of times, if I just back it out and try parallel parking again, you know, it'll just be smoother. I don't want to fix it because it'll take me, you know. Actually, I'm pretty good at parallel parking, so that's a poor analogy, but you know what I'm saying. Ah, my thumb is once again. I need, like, hand wipes at my desk so that when my thumb gets the wrong amount of skin oils on it, I don't have a complete fucking brain meltdown.
I got a question for you. Does this have a colorblind mode?
It does.
What does it do?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Try any of them. Just curious about the lasers. Red's still red. Blue looks white-ish, but that means it's there. Try that.
Oops. Interesting. I have no idea really how.
Right, I'm just curious because, you know, that's 2 of the colors.
I guess we can see green if I go stand on this. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know how anything appears. Oh, I fucked it up. Now my brain doesn't want to do anything.
Sorry.
That's not your fault. You're fine. I love how these make my brain feel, though. So dumb, but so good at the end. It's like one hemisphere gets off from Elden Ring shit, and then the other hemisphere gets off from this shit. No, Crunk, you are not alone. I thought it was just... Well, I mean, I'm sure it's probably just all of my various neuroses, but especially when I'm playing video games... although it only seems the most prevalent while I'm streaming. If my thumb gets greasy, I am going to just fucking lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I can't handle it. A puzzle game with epic boss fights. Oh, God. I'm imagining Talos Principle plus Elden Ring, and my heart just threw up.
Destroy them with lasers!
Okay. Can't be it. What is it? I'm so smart!
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
What is Cocoon? Is it a puzzle game? If it's at all similar to anything I've ever played before, probably. Oh, I hated the replay mechanic. I'm so bad at the replay mechanic. That one just brutal. Thank God. I absolutely love like when games effectively make signage that is I don't want to say trying not to be understood, but all you have to understand here is numbers. Or like Tunic, you know, sometimes if there's enough repeated symbol, you understand eventually what the symbol entails. Ooh, chance of Senar? Noted. I feel like I've heard of Cocoon, so somebody must have suggested it. It was you. See, the problem is there's just too many fucking video games. They gotta slow down. I gotta catch up. I got time for these. Oh man, I did see the giant Annapurna box set. I don't think it had Cocoon on it though. I do remember that, Dev. Really? Bitch. Okay, well, we've learned. Is it a vault symbol? Excuse me? Is that a ladder? No, you need to let me climb this ladder right now. Excuse me, you cannot put a ladder here and not let me climb the ladder. I'm interested in the puzzles, I promise. I'm just more interested in bullshit secrets. Oh, I gotta learn to climb ladders? God damn it. I really wish I could interact with these with the right trigger. I think it sucks that I can't. Okay. Do I need the block for this? Probably. But do I? You sure? Yes. Noted. All right. Oh, I can't take the fan off of this one. It's interesting. Not that that would help me. Just commenting. Well, this has gotta... It's gotta be attached to there at some point. So we can't see you from here. Not that it matters, because if that's... closed, then... Well, I mean, it could matter, but it doesn't. Alright, so the final endpoint is that this guy needs to be floating on the box. Needs to be powering both the fan and the end. That's the endpoint. One step back from that is that this door needs to be open. I can't have the cube here. Because the cube needs to be in there. So, this has to be there. But I'm missing a way to make that happen. I don't think I can make it reach over top. No. Okay, so let's switch these two for a second. Does that do anything? No. Well, I had this. This is what I had. This doesn't help me because it can't go through here. I cannot feed two colors into that. That would be ridiculous. Ooh, I feel like the answer that I'm missing is a very minor mechanics issue. Yeah, I'm sure. And I don't know that I can feel it. I can feel that this is that what I'm struggling with here is what the puzzle wants me to know, and it's gonna fuck with me if I don't learn it. give me another second. It is, you know, we laugh at YouTube blindness and what have you, but it is so much, and I'm not trying to like be poor me, I'm just expressing. It is so much harder to do these things when people are watching you. Sometimes I just need silence in my head and I can't make that happen because I'm supposed to be narrating this, right? We'll get there later on in the game. I will get to a point where I don't give a fuck about being quiet. That's gotta be it. Oh yeah, that too. The underappreciated power of, just your brain rebuilding neural connections while you're not poking at them. Okay, what? You can go for a... You can go for a subtle hint if you've got one, rather than let this continue. I mean, I do like talking. I love reading lore. All the objects that can push a button. This. Me. I mean, I understand that if I could just... If I could just stand on the button long enough for this to get started, I would be fine, but it doesn't seem that I can get out of here. In order to do that. Alright, then this needs to go... It needs to be red, blue, green, green. Like, this is what it needs to... Oh, did I just do it? How did I not do this? This is all I needed. How did I make this... How did I... Like, this is what I was trying to do the whole time, but how did I get stuck in the middle? Really? Oh shit, I said it wrong. Needs a connection to red too. Well, here's part of my answer of how many fucking connections can these stupid things do. More is the answer. Yeah, so that was...
Must be very proud of you, 1K.
I'm God's special little boy. Sorry, that would have been funnier if Ko said it.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle?
I don't know, that's what I'm over here to find out. Stop talking to me. Spoiler-ass robots. The copper monuments feel a little bit BioShock.
Yes?
Tell me about yourself.
Founders, pistons. You want my autobiography now?
Yes.
Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Really?
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
I heard you're a big fan of Yakut's cat.
Listen, one day that furry little demon is gonna pee on the wrong cable and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
What's your evaluation of the megastructure?
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really? Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are the results?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
Oh, don't worry, they're not. We've found many. There was I think a South African accent. We found a Kiwi. We found a bro. Well, I mean, it is pretty large. Oh, I can't even see it from here. I don't know that that makes it any clearer. I'm playing in third person specifically because it's a little bit easier on motion sickness. So that is intentional, and I'm not just being obstinate. Am I supposed to be able to interact with it? Or if I'm supposed to recognize what this is, I don't. She's holding something. I don't remember. Oh, it's a laser hole from one of the puzzles. I'm sorry. This is what I'm saying about, I've said this in the past, I'm very bad at making assumptions that other people make in order to exist and be human. So the fact that this was outside of a puzzle, it's gotta be something different. It's something different. It's not the thing that I was dealing with because it's not in a puzzle, so the parameters are different, so I cannot assume any of the mechanics or situations are the same. So I thank you for making me focus on that, because that was not something that I would connect. But okay, got it. I don't know though, like, was it worse for those? Because it felt like the only times I remember having to connect the lasers outside of the place, but I don't know. Maybe it was just as bad. I feel like the obelisk that you connected it to was more out of place than that. But this was definitely a set piece, and the fucking music changed right here, so of course it wanted me to look at it. Oh. I thought this was gonna be deep enough to kill me. Oh look, it is on my compass. That's interesting. Haven't really been paying attention to that, as y'all are like, yes, Ella, we know. We're aware. I would love a top-down map that I could access. Because I have no fucking idea where I am. At all. As compared to anything else. Where's the transporter? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to follow paths until we run into it again. That we did? Yes. Oh, so I don't want to go this way because this is back the way we came from. is the entirety of the reason why they have this switch. Son of a bitch. Well, I really like the clear marker for where that is located. I like that the solution is clear, if not the...
When the first man picked up the first stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
Pardon? I've discovered what seems like another mystery to solve. Stars, clearly inspired by the simulation, which are gained by solving puzzles related to these monuments to Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. Perhaps these stars are somehow related to what Yakut dubbed the Astronomical Temple? Alright.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
Okay, so that must be the hub. Or must it? I guess I don't really know. This... It's the bridge. I don't know what this is. Flat gray car. Oh, there it is. Interesting. Okay, so then that must be wholly something else to explore. Shit!
Everything okay? Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Do you consider Byron a friend?
Of course. My best friend, in fact, and someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
How I feel about Grid? No, I'm just kidding. I like that you can disagree and still be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
What do you think about the megastructure?
I don't know. It's obviously impressive, but I think we should be very careful. We're dealing with powers we don't really understand.
What does the goal mean to you?
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
What do you think about the lab that I found?
I think the only reason to build a lab in so remote a location is because you're trying to hide what you're doing. Or because what you're doing is dangerous.
How can you really delineate remote in a post-apocalyptic world? Like, what counts as remote? There's 1,000 people on the world left, and anywhere not right there is theoretically remote. What could the puzzles mean?
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder. And they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
Well, yeah, Sitho, but everyone's dead, so they could just take the ruined husk of a city and be there. I like meat actor. That's great. Okay, what is the hand? Well, I know what the hand is, but why is the hand? It's probably not close. I guess I thought the hand was question mark, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Saving Private Ryan, Jesus. A little bit of a thematic gap.
There's another one of those monuments.
Okay. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. That means we can just follow this now because it seems to have... I feel like we have to rustle it up from somewhere else. God, these environments are so big. This is probably an unfair question to ask because some of you I know have finished the game and some of you are in the exact same position I am. Pardon? A strange bicycle with 3 wheels, perhaps intended for children or pets. Nice. What was I gonna ask? Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Because I hate the beginning of video games where you're still trying to learn the language. Like, what is the secret thing I'm looking for? Is it that these flowers should be blue instead of red? Or is it something that a human could notice? So now that I know not necessarily what I'm looking for, but thematically what I'm looking for, that helps. Got it. That's nice. I think. Can't decide if I like that or not. I guess I like it because this is such a huge goddamn area. And if I didn't have something pointing me where to go, I would probably never find anything. Because again, I'm lost. Eh. If they're provided, I'm gonna play the game as though... I mean, that was clearly intended. But yeah. Oh, I did notice one getting smaller, so that's nice. And this one getting clearer. I just fucking walk right past him. Are we in Portal now?
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
4.2 kiloyear artification event from B.T. Odehambo's Anthropocene Dilemmas. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed. The crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. Oh, that's why we keep ending up in his asshole, because this changes our view and also scrolls down. That's interesting. We can scroll up or down with both sticks, but if I scroll down with the right stick, it makes us look up. Interesting to discover. The most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.2 kiloyear artification event, the beginning of the Megalayan year, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climactic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. The Akkadians, like the more egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rain stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we're on the brink of having that understanding and those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? Error 5358. One such drought, completely naturogenic, would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem for good. Isn't 5358 the same number that we saw before? The first companions. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood the sins of the past must not be repeated, and only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Eustathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 that were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are their names: Eustathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabi, Byron, Melampus, Yemo, Hypatia, Neve, Benaroya, and Lifthrasir. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so there's 2 people commenting on these. That's... Base camp established, tested core functionality. So far, so good. Version 0.3 or 0.03 successfully deployed. Simple synthesis. Better cooling systems necessary. Trial 108. Version 0.04 failed. Unknown error. Dark Nightcast. Are we making portals? Are we thinking with portals now? Yep. We sure are. Well, we're thinking with holes at least. That doesn't seem safe. This is a really interesting way to teach you the puzzle mechanics. Big ass server room. Well, I guess what I was going to ask before was, for any of you who are at the same point in the game that I'm in. What is your knee-jerk reaction on should there only be 1,000 robots or should there be more robots? Because at the moment I'm like, well, I feel like there could be more robots if some of you, you know, died. Do we have to add the tragedy of mortality into this new race? That feels kind of shitty. But I see nothing but stagnation in the future if that doesn't occur. At least a few more robots. Just a couple more. Just, you know, you can't stop at 1,000. Elevation. Yeah, after they hit like 400 years old, then they go in the shredder. You know, like we do. Just wanted to see what was going to happen. Can this shoot through here? I feel like it shouldn't, but I don't know that for a fact. I also don't know if it's relevant. No, it can't. So that's good. Called elevation. I mean, yes, Nightcast. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Okay. I ascribed a result to something that was not the thing that I should have ascribed that result to. Got it. I was saying this wasn't picking up green when it wouldn't do that anyway. Would not have done that. Alright.
Odd. 1K solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
Oh, these are much later. Okay. Shit, I'm lost again. Okay, so I still have the gate. Alright, so real question so that I understand the terminology that they're presenting me with. I solved all 8 normal puzzles. I solved both triangle puzzles. This is the gate puzzle, or the gate that I can't open yet because it's not openable because it seems like I have to do way more shit for that to happen. What is the red thing? Oh, lost lab. So I found the one lost lab. Okay. I am short 1 star. Right. Which doesn't appear on that, appears on the down to the right. Okay. So that's the statue. The other statue. That said, find my shit. So I guess I gotta find his shit. Man, I know why they gave you a fucking sprint. I mean, they have cats. Okay, I do really like that you're right. The question marks don't appear unless you're close enough. All is forgiven. Lifthrasir, from The Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. Lifthrasir is perhaps the most mysterious of the First Companions. A wanderer and a mystic by nature, he would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored harsh and distant lands. These recordings garnered him a group of devoted followers, to whom he tried to impart his wisdom. 5358. So that's a number that we keep seeing. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lifthrasir and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since. Oh no, that sucks, Eben. At least it's... I had to think of what day it is. At least it's not a full week.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care. It is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
That's really interesting because that kind of encapsulates what I was talking about earlier, how I'm not particularly pressed or longing to explore in the way that, for example, Byron is. Because without that return, right? So 1K found a recording of Lifthrasir, and what an odd recording too. I know he's one of the first companions, but I don't actually know that much else about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around either. Can someone explain? Lifthrasir had an unusual perspective, even in the very beginning. He traveled a lot, sometimes leaving for years. He built a kind of mobile recharging station, so he didn't need to come back to the city as often, although it was quite risky, as the solar panels had a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary, and exploration was necessary to him. Lifthrasir would record his thoughts as he explored and then publish them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples if you prefer. In the period of crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance, they left the city, headed into the unknown, and we haven't heard from them since. Is the recording I found one of those he published back in the day? No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve, or something he only shared with close friends like Athena. Thank you, that was informative. Well, that never happens on the internet. Okay.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
Whoops. East River. I think I don't like these because I think backing up is a gigantic pain in the ass. Alright. I want to follow this guy, but I don't even understand where to begin looking for his shit. And it seemed like it was pointing in this direction, but I'm afraid to go to the tower and start something else. Oh. Oh, it's only each bridge segment. I'm sorry. I thought it was the whole thing. I thought if I fucked up here, it was because I used the wrong pieces back there, and that was gonna be annoying to me. Ah. Down there. I understand why. Ah, fucking hell. I hate the way this controls. Well, it doesn't seem like I can do this. That's fair. I'm sure it could be pretty intuitive on a mouse. Okay, but I cannot take these back. I can take them back? Okay, each segment is supposed to be independent. Alright, then I'm just a moron. That's fine. I guess that's for the best. Nailed it. Oh, god damn it. I guess I think that I'll give it a pass for that, Sitho, in this case, because I feel like it's pretty easy. To be fair, I haven't checked, but I feel like it's probably pretty easy to reassign keys. But that I don't know why I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I guess it...
Boot it up. I was terrible at the Tetromino arrangers.
Those are actually the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
It's, anyway, sorry. It's very similar to how to control the... you know, the reflectors and things like that. However... I don't know. I feel like I should find out what the fuck this is before I do anything else, but I don't have any more ideas on how to... Well, I guess let's just run over here, because it was pointing in this direction. I also don't know what his shit looks like. Oh, it's safe to go into the tower. looked over there? Wow, that fog looks bad. This is a pretty resource-intensive game. Okay, so it was just very clearly in the direction that he was pointing in the end. I actually brought it down to medium. I thought. Maybe I brought it back up to high. It was not enjoying being on ultra. Why? Feels like Spyro. Man, wasn't that card just brand new? Didn't we, when we bought that, wasn't it like, didn't we get that off of Newegg? Or no, it wasn't Newegg. It was somebody having like a raffle. Didn't we have to win a raffle to buy this fucking card? Wasn't it like crazy? Yeah, that one. During the bad times. Computers need to stop getting better. Well, what's annoying is, like, yes, I'm really excited by how this looks. I think it looks really amazing, but I don't know that I think it looks massively better than the last one.
Not all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
Technology should regress. I want floppy disks. I have to open the door. It's too hot in here. I like closing the door when I'm cold, when I first sit down and I get my little nice, warm, toasty, gross little hot box in here. But then after 4 hours, it gets kind of spicy. But I mean, I don't even play a lot of games that require a lot of processing power. I love my little 2D Metroidvanias. Well, Xeno has been fed, so he might not be interested in me anymore. It's possible. But aren't, you know, games that are popular, aren't they, like, huge? Isn't Baldur's Gate, like, a million? Things, you know, the popular games that other people play. Well, I don't want to care about this game. This is different. This is different. I'm doing like a little fast walk here. I want to walk for the vibes, but I don't want to take much longer. I've only got like 12 minutes left. until I'm contractually obligated to eat the rest of the Chinese food in my fridge. Oh my god, that's so many gigs of duty. I'm just incapable of going where they want me to. I'm sorry. This is so annoying to watch, I'm sure. But I feel like we just built it, Grid. I feel like we just built it. I still miss my blue motherboard, and it's been so many years since we were able to use that. Man, Sitho, I was even watching you play it the other day.
Anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
Why would you just say that? What is that? Anti-gravity? What does anti-gravity look like? Do you robots have anti-gravity? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Sitho. I really think I won't like it. I didn't understand what any of the things on the screen are, and I couldn't bring myself to be interested. I couldn't go, maybe I could care. I'm so sorry. I really think I won't enjoy it. Oh!
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection, the creator or the created?
But you're still a little person with all of these moves. Shit, what did she say? Who is the blah blah blah, the creator or the created? Y button for log? Oh, that's so helpful. Which button is the Y button? Closer to perfection, the creator or the created? I think perfection is a false concept. I don't want to be belligerent. I'm not interested. The created because they came from art, not chaos. I don't think our past needs to define us. Neither they cannot be compared. I don't think that's entirely true. The creators because they became from nature. Or they came from nature. No, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I do not put the ephemeral concept of nature above all other things. They are the same, for they share the same breath. I don't disagree with this answer, but I think it's a little more philosophical than I feel in my heart. Neither, because perfection is impossible. Well, again, I think perfection is a false concept. So, I kind of disagree with the premise. Let's go with they are the same.
Different words may be spoken with the same breath. When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified?
Him. Well, not to him, at him, for him, yes. Yes, because knowledge belongs to all. Well, that's what Prometheus thought. No, fire was not for humankind to have, no. Zeus did not create fire, it was not his to own. That's rules lawyering, sure. Yes, because parents should not leave their children helpless. I have too many daddy issues to touch that answer, so no. No, because knowledge must be earned, not given. this doesn't work within the framework of the myth. I hate philosophical questions in video games because you cannot anticipate my answer. Doesn't matter that much.
If Zeus did not own fire, why should humankind? Angered by the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished humankind by creating Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
And then put a vault on it. Well, but see though, if I don't engage with 100% of the game in a positive, open way, it's not worth it, right? Alright, hope may still be found if we're willing to look for it. I mean, sure. Hope is itself an evil, like sorrow and suffering. We are lucky it did not escape. I do not think that is the moral of the myth. We suffer, but we do not anticipate it. That is a blessing as Zeus intended it. I never read it like that. Okay. Zeus intended for humankind not to have hope, so it remains trapped. I don't think that's it. Zeus intended for humankind to have hope. It should have been... What? I don't think any of these are the answer. See, I always read that as humankind retains the control of hope. You get to generate hope. You don't get to generate pain or suffering for yourself internally, but well, I mean, anxiety disorders notwithstanding, but you get to generate hope. You get to control that. So I guess we'll go with this one.
Those who seek hope should ask themselves why it was imprisoned with the world's evils. Creature of clay, you stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you? Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
I just want to reiterate that I am 1 day old. And now I have made a giant laser. Awesome.
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
Grid, can you please clip... Guys, look at my stream, so it can be a stream alert.
I'd say there are two distinct issues here. What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam?
Let's start with the Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
Let's skip that issue for now. What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
I think I was being tested. I mean, it was called the Sphinx.
Testing you to what? See if you're worthy?
That's an interesting thought. You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam, and if you do it 3 times, you get access to the megastructure.
Maybe, but...
Why 3? Why do you know 3 already?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't you like mysteries, Al? Everybody likes a good mystery.
You know what I like? Certainty.
Damn it, Seath. My brain just derailed on Final Fantasy again. That's true. Were there 3 laser holes? And I guess there's been 3 colors of lasers. Fine. Fine. I'll let that one go. Okay, why? Come on, live a little.
That's the spirit. 1K, keep solving puzzles.
I want Byron to like me.
As you were.
That seems like a historically, that seems like a great life choice. That's funny. Yeah, it does. Oh man, we're enabling lasers. Are we playing the Witness again? Is this the Witness? All right, am I done in here then? Yes. Other than the gold puzzle. Robot zoomies.
I think we're done here for now. Let's head over to the next site.
Shut up, Byron. I can look at frogs if I wanna. Damn it, Nintendo. I tried to do that.
Excited to check out the next site, but while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that 1K found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Well, I think it is that time, which is unfortunate. I think it auto-saves. So that's great. Fairly sure it auto-saves. This... I'm much happier with this game than I was expecting to be. Oh, I froze. Can you still hear me? That's funny. Well, it doesn't matter because we're stopping anyway. Let me see if I've got anyone I can send you to. Oh, Grid's running. Ooh. We can send you to Powers. What? Oh shit! Grid printed me a... Oh no, I don't know if you can see me because my camera's frozen. Grid printed me a phone holder. Wow, that's down and dirty.
I had to do it fast.
I'm so sorry. I'll send you to Powers. Grid's gonna fix my camera in a second. Nope, we're just gonna show you in a different view. All the support's still on it, but that's awesome, Grid. Thank you. That's too funny. What? Are you still? You don't have to fix it. Because I'm gonna end in raid. Yeah, so I'm Ascension to Powers playing EA Sports WRC World Racing Cup. I don't know car games, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will not be back tomorrow. We are opening, but we'll be back Wednesday with more Talos Principle, and then we won't be back Thursday again. I'm really sorry. This week kind of sucks, but anyway, good night.